Well, it's time for an update on my Scrapyard project. My Scrapyard diorama I'm working on. This was originally a farmyard, a toy farmyard, but I demolished the house that was there and it's now become a barn. It's a sort of partially collapsed barn, so it had that flappy bit of wood at the back that was hinged. I didn't really want that. And it was just white painted wood, so I thought I'd add some texture to that. So I've got corrugated iron on there now, so it's corrugated iron on the back and on that side, so it looks a bit more like an old collapsed barn now, so it looks a bit more realistic and a bit more believable. And the corrugated iron is the old trick of using corrugated cardboard. You basically peel off the top layer and pick all the bits off and then paint it silver and you've got corrugated iron. So that's cheaper than buying some brick paper or something like that from the model shop. I've put my field in. This is the field I showed in the previous video that came, if it'll focus, yeah, there you go. That was pre-made field in a packet. I've cut it to size slightly and it does stand a bit proud, but I've just put a bit of PVA glue and the scatter material I've got. I've put the dry stone wall in as well, just there as you can see. So that's there as well. I've also put I bought a packet of trees, but I think they're going to work better as bushes. So I've sort of chopped the trunk bits off. I'm just planting them like little bushes like that. So that one's stuck in with Gorilla Glue and a bit of PVA. This one is stuck in with a bit of PVA, and I don't think it's in very well because I made a mistake. I put the scatter material on there and it's not set yet. I basically put PVA all across the hull. I cleaned it all. What I've done, I've cleaned the whole thing up. A lot of the old glue came off when I washed it, but I let it dry overnight and then I put some more PVA on it and I put my scatter material on there. So you've got this pasture sort of grass type stuff here, and then you've got the muddy type stuff here as well. It takes about 24 hours for the PVA to dry, so that dried, and this is a second lot I've put on there. This is a second lot of scatter material on there, and the PVA dries clear, but if I put it on thick in a few places, you can see here, actually it looks like I might have missed a bit there. That looks a bit thin. It's all right, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but I actually drove, this is a bit rough, so I actually drove my car down there a little bit, got the Range Rover and put some tyre tracks in, but it's not really, you can't really see it, but maybe when, because when it's set, when the PVA glue is set, then you just shake off the excess stuff that's not glued in, because it just lays on top of the glue, and the glue absorbs it, but there's always more than extra stuff on the top that doesn't stick, so then you have to sort of shake that off, and that's when you see which bits you missed. I've missed quite a few bits on this the last time, so that's why I've done a second lot of glue and scatter material. These darker bits here, this is actually dried seaweed. It's not scatter material from the model shop. It's not scatter material from a model shop, if I can speak. I put it down here as well. It's dried seaweed, and I've actually bought. That's actually for the dog. It's meant to be a tooth cleaner for the dog. It works. You mix a bit in with his food, and it sort of works to remove plaque and keep his teeth clean. But I thought that might make good scatter material, and it looks pretty good. There's an offcut of grass there, so that's just gone in. So when this is dried, I'll shake off the excess, and we'll see how it looks then. I'm going to put some more bushes on here. So yeah, these are the bushes I'm going to put in. These aren't glued in yet. I've just rested them on here just to give you an idea. There's a bush there. These are part of the packet of trees I had, but they come in all different shapes and sizes. So, so that might look quite good. That should look quite good. But because this is still drying at the moment, it's still a bit wet. It's just setting. I don't want to put any cars on it at the moment. So I'll show you what work I've done on the cars. I've been busy on the cars as well. So that's how it's. Actually, from a distance, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. It's very good. So let's. This side of the wall of the house, what was the house, is a bit. But I'm just going to leave it. I don't care. That's fine. Yeah, so I'll show you the cars I've been working on. Let's have a look at those. That's the farmyard, how it looks. We'll have a look at the cars now. So this is the Range Rover made by Solido, as I showed in the previous video. I've just basically gone over most of these models, including this one, with a scouring pad. The scouring pad takes all the shine off the paint. Sorry, excuse me sniffing. I need finger marks on it. I don't know why that's because I've just washed my hands. Yeah, and I've done the door on that one. Yeah, the door on that one's a different colour, so that looks a bit better. Basically made the wheels a bit dirty, and I've just taken the shine off the paint basically on that one. So I did actually can't quite see. I won't open the doors. Maybe I will. Hang on. Yeah, I put a bit of black wash on the seats as well. So, and the door cards. So that's that one. So I haven't gone. You know, I can't put rust paint on that because it's not. It's aluminium bodywork. They do rust on the chassis and on the tailgates, but yeah, I mean that looks alright. I don't want to go overboard on it. It looks okay. I don't know. It's leaving finger marks because I've just washed my hands, but yeah, that's that one anyway. And then we've got the Triumph Herald. This went slightly wrong. I did the same thing on this. So I've just basically you can see on the front wheel that front wheel is a bit broken because I took the tyre off and the wheel split, so the plastic wheel rim went. So the tyre's gone back on it, but it's not great. But I don't know if it's too bright to see with the flash on, but what I've done basically on this one is I've taken the shine off again with the scouring pad. On this side I've just made it a bit dirty and a bit grubby. Again, I put a mismatched door colour on this one, which isn't very good. That's pretty bad, but I'll probably do something about that. That looks pretty poor, so I'll probably do something about that. But just removing the hubcaps and putting some dirty paint on the wheels, I think actually looks bad with a flash on. Hang on, let's have a look. I'll turn that off. Yeah, it's not too dark, is it? Yeah, you can sort of see there. You get a better look at it. There's a bit of frontal damage. The front part of the bumper's been removed. I've got broken. So, but again, I didn't put any rust effects on this one either because it looks. There's a bit of a fuel stain by the rear filler cap. Yeah, I wanted to keep it looking okay. So those haven't got any rust effects on. This Jaguar, polystyrene Jaguar. I'll stop rattling about. Yeah, all I've done on that is just taken the shine off the paintwork and removed the rest of the rear bumper. So that's all I've done on that one. No rust effects on that. That just doesn't need anything. It looks like a scrapyard car as it is. It's got a bit of fluff attached to it, but anyway, that's that one. Comm van. I painted the back windows grey, yellow as I said I would. Looks a bit like a BT van. Still looks a bit rubbish, but the windows are shocking in the front, but at least the back windows are painted out now. So yeah, I haven't done any more weathering on that. I've just painted it yellow, and it's mismatched paint, so that doesn't look out of place on the scrapyard. So that's that one. That's what we got so far. This is the Mini Countrymen that I was working on. I've done some. I mean, the headlights are a bit bad because they've got some colour put on them, which by mistake. But this is the one I put all the rust effects on it, and it had gone really bad. So I need to redo the wood trim on the back and do that brown. But I just it looked a mess, so I've just changed the colour on this one. It's a dark red now, so that looks all right. The trouble with doing rust effects, the problem with doing effects of rust with rust coloured paint and stuff, is you can go overboard and get carried away. So I did some rust effects on this one. I didn't want to take the old paint off, so the old paint is still visible on the bonnet. This is a Jaguar Mark X. I did do, I got some rust wash, and you put it on there, and it comes off. If you put too much on it, you can just brush it off again when it's dry. So I mean, this will just come off if I wipe it hard enough with a bit of a cloth or something. So I think that looks all right. I don't know. I don't think that's too much overboard. Yeah, an old Jaguar like that sat in the field for that length of time would certainly have gone rusty. So I don't think that's too bad, actually. It's got its broken out window, so that's that one. You might say it's a bit overboard with the rust effect, but I think it looks okay. It's fine. Next up, we've got a Moris Minor. Yeah, the headlights have gone. Done some rust effects on it. Taken the shine off with the old scouring pad, and that makes it look a bit more believable. It's a bit of rust effects on the back, which I did. Again, I went a bit overboard with the rust effects, but I sort of toned it down again in the end. Brought it to a better level. It's got mismatched front and rear wings. Rusty seals like it would have. And a bent bumper. So that's that one. It's looking a bit worse for wear, but that looks at home in a scrapyard, I think. So that can join the pile. That's that one. Here's the other Comm van. All I did with this was take the shine off with a scouring pad again, and applied some rust effects with a bit of sponge, a bit of torn up sponge, and just gently applied it. I don't think that's gone. I think that looks all right. I haven't done it too much. Again, I put too much of it on there, and I toned it back again, toned it down. So yeah, it looks okay, I think. So yeah, just applied dipped the bit of sponge into the paint, and then dabbed it gently on, which is a technique I've seen done on YouTube, and it seems to work pretty well. So that's that one. I'll put that over there with the other Comm bus. One last model to show, and then we're finished. And it's this one. And look at that. What I've done was take the shine off with a scouring pad. It looks really good. It's it looks like an old Austin. You'd see old cars, old black cars in the scrapyards and fields. The shine goes straight away if they're parked up for any length of time. And sorry, it's moving the cars around on the surface, and it's making annoying noises. Yeah, the windows have been broken on that one. That wasn't really planned, but it's probably not. It's probably the sort of thing that would happen in a scrapyard. The windows do get broken, so sorry, you don't want to look at my thumb, do you? You want to look at the car. Yeah, so I'm just going to focus on that a little bit, sort of see the details there. And this is another one. I put far too many rust effects on it, and then toned it back. I've highlighted the wheel rims. I took the headlights out because that looks better. Two big holes where the headlights used to be. A bit of tarnishing on the chrome grill and the chrome bumpers. So yeah, I really like that. Being a black car, it doesn't come up on the camera very well, but I don't want to put the flash on, it's too bright. So that's where we are at the moment. So that's the scrapyard lineup at the moment. We've got the Austin A35, looking pretty good. I like that one. That's a favourite actually. Just taking the shine off the paint makes it look so good. It was far too glossy. That's a really good one. I really like that. And then we've got the Moris Minor. And we've got Jaguar Mark X, Mark 10. We've got the Mini Countrymen. We've got the Jaguar XJ12, the Triumph Herald, the Range Rover, and the Comm van and the Comm bus. There's other vehicles obviously that I'm still working on, but and there might be more in the pipeline. I've still got the caravan. I think the caravan I probably will buy the replacement roof for it and do a good job on that. But anyway, that's another story. That's it for this video. I shall post another update when get a bit further, when I actually start putting the cars in the actual yard, because the cars on the scenery is what it's all about. When I put the two together, hopefully it's going to look pretty good. So thanks for watching. Cheers. Take care. Bye.